Well, we came to Bellevue because of the quality of life and the character of this neighborhood with the trees and close proximity to the downtown. So we're hoping that that can be preserved so that as the city grows and it becomes more dense, people will still be attracted to the city and want to come here for the very reasons that brought us here.
When Bellevue residents are asked what makes our city so special, many say it's our neighborhoods. We cherish the safety and special character of our neighborhoods. Some treasure their views. Others value their trees. Neighborhoods change over time. We welcome and encourage reinvestment to keep our neighborhoods updated and looking their best. So what should the city's role be in protecting our neighborhood's character? Our job in the city is to make sure that the changes take place in a way that reflects and respects the unique character of our neighborhoods. When the council began hearing from residents that certain kinds of development were threatening the character and livability of some neighborhoods, we were concerned.
The changes that we saw because of the redevelopment in our neighborhood had a number of impacts. Loss of landscape, trees, a significant change in the scale or the size of the houses alongside existing homes, loss of privacy, loss of views.
Big houses in neighborhoods is not really the issue. It's how they change the character of the community.
We asked the staff to investigate, define the problem, and propose solutions. Throughout this process, the City Council has emphasized the need for balance and fairness. Everyone has a stake in how our neighborhoods evolve. Our job was to listen to all of these viewpoints and to choose solutions that work best to protect our neighborhoods while balancing the many stakeholder interests.
The city took on a big research project so that we could verify the impacts of redevelopment, make sure that what neighbors were describing to us was something that we could actually verify and do something about. We did a lot of research into the development that had taken place since the early 2000s. We looked at what other cities were doing to address some of the same kinds of concerns. But the most important thing that we did is we went out and talked to the neighborhoods.
I think it was wonderful that the city was able to set up a participatory process to develop, to identify the problems and to address many of the issues that our neighborhood was experiencing.
So we had a lot of group meetings, focus groups, we had community meetings, we did individual interviews, not just with residents, but with developers, real estate folks, anybody who might have a stake in regulations to limit the size of houses. Well, in 2007, the council adopted the first set of regulations to address neighborhood concerns. And in this phase, the focus was really on three areas: loss of trees and greenscape, loss of sunlight and privacy due to the scale of homes, and neighborhood appearance being compromised because of construction impacts. In the first phase of regulation, the council made a very significant change when it adopted a different way of measuring height of single-family homes. The new regulations establish a maximum roof height for houses with pitched roofs. The new regulations also establish development standards for large new homes that exceed a certain size threshold. So if a home, for instance, has a square footage that exceeds 50% of the lot size, then it must meet some additional standards in addition to our regular development codes. It must take steps to protect the neighboring homes from loss of sunlight and privacy. That means that side setbacks need to be a certain size, 7 feet at least on each side, and the roof has to be constructed in such a way that it reduces the shadowing effect on the neighbor's house. The development standards only pertain to new houses in existing neighborhoods. The regulations also require that new homes have 50% greenscape in the front yard setback. The other regulations that have been adopted to address size and scale of homes are not really meant to limit the size of homes so much as mitigate the impacts that large homes have on their neighbors.
I think that the code amendments that have been adopted will be helpful for the future redevelopment in our neighborhood. It's critical that we have a quality redevelopment, and I think the code changes will help ensure that that redevelopment is more consistent with the existing character of our neighborhood.
The new regulations really should end up benefiting everyone. People who live in existing neighborhoods, builders, developers, because the regulations are intended to maintain the quality and character of our neighborhoods.
Well, I think what we're all striving for is a balance for a strong business community, but also a strong residential community.
This is about balancing the rights of people to develop their property the way they would like to, and the rights of existing property owners to maintain the quality of life that they're enjoying.
The new rules do not keep people from building large houses. They allow you to build a large home just in a way that respects your neighbors' access to privacy and sunlight, and to do this in a way that preserves the trees and greenery that contribute so much to the natural beauty and character of our neighborhoods. We want to ensure that our neighborhoods continue to be treasures of our city for many decades to come.